Hi folks, so we've got a lesson here on how to construct triangles. Okay, so I've drawn a triangle here and it's a sketch. Let's just remind ourselves that a sketch is something which isn't accurate. Okay, I've just drawn, actually looking at it now, it's definitely not accurate because this side is 7 centimetres and this one is supposed to be 4. Okay, that's, definitely not right. It's a poor sketch, this one, but it's not accurate. A sketch is just where we've made a shape of a triangle and put in some values that I've been given here. So we want to make the exact triangle that fits these requirements. Okay, and this is a SAS triangle in which what this means is we have looked at this, or you should have just watched a video about this, but this is where we know a side, an angle, and then another side. Okay, so an angle kind of contained by two sides. Right then, so that's enough information for us to use this technique. So if it's an SAS triangle, we can use the technique I'm about to show you. Right, so I'm going to draw, first of all, I'm going to draw the 7 centimetre line. I could do the 4 centimetre line if I wanted, it's not a worry. I'm just going to do 7 centimetres first. I'm going to start here, and it needs to be accurate, this one. Okay, it's always going to be accurate now. So 7 centimetre line, there we are. And at the top of that, I need to have an 80-degree angle. Okay, so I'm going to pop my, can you zoom in ever so slightly? I'm just going to zoom in a little bit, folks, so you can just see a bit clearer. If that's any better, there we are. I'm going to put my protractor up here at the top, so the dot in the middle here tallies up with this, the top of this line, the 7 centimetre line. Okay, and the 0 is on the inside scale. Okay, so I'm going to follow this line all the way up to 70. That's inside scale, and that's where I'm going to put my mark. So I know, oh sorry, I'm supposed to be doing 80. There we are, 80. Okay, so just here, I'm going to pop a little mark, and that's my 80-degree line. I'm going to get rid of that other one. That's 70, don't want to get confused. There we are, almost gone. Right then, so here's my 7 centimetre line. I know it's 7 centimetres because I drew it at 7 centimetres. And this is 80 degrees. But we need to make sure that this line here now is 4 centimetres as per my sketch over here. So I'm going to pop my ruler so that the top is up here. Okay, so the start of my measuring is at the top of the 7 centimetre line and it goes through the 80-degree mark I've made. But I don't want to make it that far out, do I? I'm going to just draw the line. Now it's going through all the way here. I'm going to draw the line up to 4 centimetres. Okay, I'm not going to go any further. I know it's at the right angle because my ruler goes through the angle mark I've put on, but I don't need any longer. I only want 4 centimetres. Okay, so now I know I've got this side, 7 centimetres. This side is 4 centimetres and this angle is 80 degrees because I've measured those three things. So the last thing now to complete my triangle is to join these two up. I don't know how long this side is supposed to be, but I know I can measure it now. Okay, if I was asked, and you could be asked in a question, how long will the last side of your triangle be? You could work it out. You can measure it because it's an accurate drawing. You know, in exams, that would be 7.5 centimetres. Okay, I'm not going to write it on because that's not what I've asked myself to do. I just want to draw an accurate triangle. But yeah, in an exam, you could be asked to find out the missing side, things like that. You know, when they ask questions such as, well, they give you a picture and they say not drawn accurately or not drawn to scale. This is what they're talking about. It could be like this. The real thing looks like this. If on an exam something is written as drawn accurately, oh, have I gone off the other page here? Drawn accurately, that's a fairly good indication that they're going to want you to measure something on that picture because it's being drawn accurately. They wouldn't waste their time drawing it accurately if they didn't want you to measure something on there. Bit of a side note there. So there's the first one. Let's try another one. So we've got another one here. I'm just going to pop it there so you can still see. Zoom out a little bit. I'm a little too close, I think, now. Still getting used to this YouTube stuff. Right, there we are. So here's my next triangle. And it's another one. It's all these three I'm going to do right now are all single side angle side triangles. Okay, so I've got a side, I know a side, I know this angle, and then I know this side. So that angle again is in between the two sides that I know. Okay, that's what makes it an SAS. That's why it's written in this order. So let's start with any of these really. I'm going to start with the 8. And it doesn't really matter which way around you draw these, don't forget, folks. So triangles can spin around. It doesn't have to be this way up. I like to do them the same vague kind of rotation just because I can see what I'm doing a bit easier. So I'm going to draw my 8 centimetre line. It's down to there. Okay, that's 8 centimetres. Is that about right? Yeah. I'm going to label that 8 centimetres. And coming off the bottom of that, I should have a 40-degree angle. So protractor, and I'm going to again line up the bottom of my 8 centimetres. I'm doing it at the bottom this time. Okay. So I'm following the kind of diagram here. There we are. So we're starting this time 0's on the outside, and I'm going all the way around to 40. Okay, pop a little mark on there. You see that, just a little mark there. And now I'm going to connect that to this with a 9 centimetre line. So there's 9. Make sure it goes through the mark. Don't want to miss that part. Otherwise we won't have the 40-degree angle. So there's my 9 there. 9 centimetres, so from my 0. There we are. Okay, so now we've got our 40-degree angle here, made by these two lines, and 9 centimetres. And now don't forget the last step, which is to complete the triangle. The easiest step of them all, but often forgotten, is to just join up the two ends together. Okay, please don't forget that small step at the end. It'd be a pity to lose points for that. Okay, so there's our accurate drawing of this triangle. I'm going to do you one more. Another SAS triangle, side, angle, side. Okay, because these all work in the same way. Side, angle, side. So this time I'm going to do a bit different. I'm going to start with the 12 centimetres, the higher up line this time. Mix it up a bit. So I'm going to do my 12 centimetre line. Do that all the way down there, quite a big one. That's 12 centimetres. And I need to do a 70-degree angle coming off this. So I'm going to bring it down this way because I want my line to go out that way, a bit like this, okay. Measure that up there, line it up, there we go. And starting on the inside this time because that's where the 0 is. Come all the way around to 70. Okay, put a big mark there. And I want 7 centimetres going through there. So from the end of here, through that mark, and I'm going to draw a 7 centimetre long line on there. I'll hold my ruler down straight. Okay, 7 centimetres, and that shows us that our angle here is indeed 70 degrees. Okay, and we can double check that if you want, always worth double checking. Let's just put that on there, look. And yeah, straight through 70, so it is 70 degrees. 7 centimetres, 12 centimetres, then that last step, which is to join them together. Okay, so these 3 that we've done here are all side angle side triangles. I'm going to pop a couple of other videos up for different types of triangles, or triangles with different information given anyway, and you can practice with those as well. They're slightly different techniques, but they're all based around the same sort of set of rules. Okay, so have a practice with these ones I've done here. Try doing them yourselves, and I'm going to set you some work. I'll send you a few more practice questions to have a go at home. Thank you.